Welcome back to part 3 of our head rig tutorial. In this part we're going to look at making his head go up and down and making sure that it kind of works in conjunction with the rest of the smart bones. So I want to start with giving him a up and down motion on his head. Then I'm going to probably work on more features of his eyes, work onto the mouth and give him a bit more facial expression. So again, I'm going to refer to my reference sheets, and I've got one with his head facing up-ish. I'm just going to use this as a guide, and I'm going to go to my, again, add bone tool on my head bone layer, and just to ensure that there's no bone parented, I'm going to click on the canvas, and next to my head turn bone, I'm going to just drag up. I've got me 2 bones. And I'm going to make this bone, if I select it, I'm going to make this bone a smart bone dial. And I'm just going to call it H up, H down for head up and head down. And I'm going to have it 20, let's say 48 frames, so 2 seconds. And I'm going to click OK. I'm just going to go to my head up, and on the 48th frame, I'm going to go to my head layer. I'm just going to work these points down. Whenever I can get the head up, great. But just try and just have it like that. Just take these in a little bit. And this side. And I'll just grab his ear. I'm just gonna possibly just drag them up and in like that, and do the same for this one. In. So if we look, hopefully his head will resemble something of a going up once we add the features of the face. So I'm just gonna start with I'm actually gonna make this transparency 65-ish. And I kind of want, if I start with his nose, so I'm going to use the layer to move his nose up. But I'm going to grab these nostrils now. I'm going to make them appear like this. And just do the same for this side. possibly, I don't know, just be down. I'll just grab the whole mouth layer and I'll just pull that up also to where I think it should be. And I'll do the same for the eye and the other eye and the eyebrow. So remove these, and now I could just go in and rework. So I think maybe the nose goes up a bit too much. So I'm just gonna grab the nose. Just pull it down a bit. The eyebrows, I think, go up a little bit too much. So I'm just going to grab the eyebrows down and pull them like that. And go to my detail layer. I'm just going to grab the whole layer. I'm just going to drag it up into position like this. And I could just go in and rework all the little pieces that fall out of sync. So I'm doing it like that. And his eyes, I'm just going to slightly alter the shape of them, just ever so slightly. I think they possibly might need to be up a bit more. Just do the same for the right eye. So maybe just grab these points and grab these ones and make them go up a bit. I don't like that, but it would do for the sake of the video. So now we could just go in and fix his hair. And the shadow, we just go into our, I think it's in our detail layer. We just pull this, like this. Then we have our basic head up motion. We just need to repeat the process now for the other side so we get our head down. And again, I'm just going to refer to my reference layer. So I've got a guide. And if you click on in your actions panel, your head, H up, H down 2, go to your 48 frame. In your head bone layer, if you just find your head layer, you just want to readjust these points again. So that they go down. bit. If I had that. I don't think his head should be getting longer, it should be getting smaller, right? Delete all of these and start that again. Let's start with his eyebrows. I'm going to grab all of these, I'm just going to drag them down. His eye. I think I should make this transparent also, so I'm going to make this 65 quickly. And his eye should be about there, and his right eye can just possibly be there. His nose. And the mouth. And the final layer would be, I think, our detail. We also need to do our hair. But if I just look at this, so that's kind of the motion that I want, and I just need to go in and just fix up my head. So let's grab the hair first. And I drag this down. And then use the points, just bring it up over the head. And this side, you just use it to just drag in. It looks like he's starting to look down. We just need to go in and fix our ears and our mouth and our head a bit. So I want his mouth to not be so low. So we can go to the layer and drag that up. I'm going to make his bottom lip smaller or bigger. One of them's got to change. But I'll do that last. I'm going to do his eyes and his nose. So his nose, you won't see his nostrils anymore. And we can actually use the nostrils just to make like a, I don't know, like this part of his nose hair. I should drag that so we can, I don't know, maybe just grab this part of the nose grab these bits up here like that. His chin should kind of just disappear. I'm just going to his mouth now. And this top lid, I'm going to make this smaller. So I'm just grab these points in like that. Take him in maybe a bit. And fix his, what's that, on our detail layer. I'm just gonna grab this bit from his nose and make it a little more prominent. And these could be pulled up and made smaller, they will go under the eyebrow. So we adjust this. These would forward here. This is the other bit for the nose. I'm just gonna use. I'm gonna do this. Maybe like that. His eyes. And we can just play with his ears a bit, so I'll just spin these. And I'll just pull them in, maybe. I don't know. In and down. Oops. So I'll use the whole layer for this one. It's in and down. And then go back to my detail layer. I just want to use these shadows and make sure that these highlights are still represented on the face. And now he looks like he's looking down. I'm not entirely happy with it, but as a principle, that's kind of how it works. I'm going to leave it at that. That's the basic principle of the up and down of the head. So now our head can look up and it can look down. Obviously there are some, I might need to go in and just fix the shadow for the ear so it's all consistent. So we can look to the left. We haven't done the right side yet, but you can look to the left, and you can even look up, you can look down, and it all should work, like, within reason. I mean, you can't look all the way up, or you can if you was to go in and tweak the points, but that works along with his eyes and everything. So that's our first part. In the next video, we're going to look at giving him a bit of facial expression. We're going to add some phonemes and mouth shapes. We're going to work his eyes and his eyebrows. So yeah, if you like the video, don't forget to hit the button and go and check out the next video.